she wasn't done. Let's take a look at this. Sophie Cunningham came up big in the fourth. Aliyah Boston came up huge in the fourth. She was struggling. We had Aari McDonald. She went absolutely bananas in the first half of this game. She did. She had a massive game, career high. And then at one point, she had scored 14 points in 4 minutes in the fourth quarter. And I couldn't believe it. She actually got a whistle tonight. 6 of 11, 54%, 22 points, 12 rebounds, got the double-double. This was her in the first half. 17 points, 2 assists, 3 of 3 from three-point range. She wasn't done.
Aari McDonald dropped a career-high 27 points, and Aliyah Boston scored 14 points in just 4 minutes during the fourth quarter. But what really happened in the game that left fans booing DeWanna Bonner and the host calling the refs clowns? You've got to hear this breakdown.
But we got a little double standard action going on in this league. We really do. Let's start here. There's Caitlin Clark's sighting right there. At the beginning of the game. And my goodness, she looked like I looked for quite a while in this sucker. Fever over the Phoenix Mercury. That's right. The DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas, Phoenix Mercury. And yeah, there was some drama. I'm sure something is going to be said. Entering in the game right here. This was the Indiana Fever.
Foul on Sophie Cunningham. That is the first team second. Coming in for Phoenix number 14, DeWanna Bonner.
Quick favour before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 83% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video.
The one of these nights that we saw her have a lot before the last 3 weeks. 3 of 10. Only 8 points, but hey, you're going to have an off night. She's been on a heater. Sophie, 12 points. Aari McDonald, 27 points. 27 points on 7 of 11. Kelsey Mitchell had one of these as of late. Dantas, 10 minutes, 12 points. Chloe Bibby showed up. 13 minutes, 10 points.
Picture this. DeWanna Bonner steps onto the floor and the boos start pouring in like a tidal wave. It wasn't just a few fans here and there, it was the entire arena drowning her in noise. You could feel the tension building with each play. Almost like the crowd wasn't just watching the game, but taking every dribble personally. For Bonner, it wasn't just an away game, it felt like she walked straight into enemy territory. And if you think the crowd was wild, you haven't heard about what the refs did next. It only took one call to flip everything upside down. The refs handed Phoenix a trip to the free throw line on what fans thought was a weak foul. And weak is putting it lightly because the arena absolutely exploded.
But they were shooting the lights out. It was good to see. It really was. It was a rough watch in the first quarter, and the second quarter wasn't great. Both of them. I mean, you're looking at all these three-pointers. I know at one point they had hit 9 threes, I believe it was, going into the second half or something like that. It got much more entertaining in the fourth quarter outside of the fact that the referees turned it into a shit show in the last 3 minutes. The last 3 minutes took about 30 minutes, I swear.
People were yelling, pointing, throwing their hands up. It was chaos. That call didn't just put points on the board for Phoenix, it lit a fire under the Fever fans. But as frustrating as that moment was, it almost became a rallying cry. Instead of sinking into frustration, the energy in the building shifted. You could feel it. A push, a belief that the Fever could still flip this game on its head.
Somehow, the WNBA would have made Indiana Fever fans go through an investigation and a dildo would have become racist. Alyssa Thomas, 32 points. Kaylee Copper, kept her wig on. 22 points. We had no green foreign objects that I saw that showed up on the floor at all. Really nice stuff. Aliyah Boston, this was during her heater that she was having in the fourth. Right here, she's gonna drive in. She's gonna get a nice little and one.
Step through, lays it in.
And right on cue, Aari McDonald stepped up. In the first half, she was unstoppable, knocking down threes like it was nothing. She had 15 points before the Mercury even knew what hit them. And if you were there, you saw how it changed everything. Each bucket took some tension out of the air and replaced it with hope. Stats show she hit 3 from deep before halftime, silencing the critics who didn't expect much from her in this matchup. She wasn't just scoring, she was leading, keeping the Fever alive when Phoenix seemed ready to pull away. Meanwhile, the Mercury weren't exactly handling the pressure. Players like Alyssa Thomas were struggling to find their rhythm as the Fever picked up momentum. The back and forth was intense. By the time the third quarter ended, it was anyone's game. But the Fever had what Phoenix didn't: patience and focus. After weathering all the noise and drama, they were ready.
That was really, we thought, at the time, I thought they had sort of sealed this game. And then Phoenix just wouldn't go away.
Next it was Aliyah Boston's turn to shine. Let's talk about pressure. The game was tight, the Mercury were fighting to pull away, and the Fever needed someone to take control. That's when Aari McDonald decided enough was enough. In the first half, she came out firing like it was a personal mission. 17 points in just 2 quarters. Think about that. She wasn't just scoring, she was efficient, going 3 for 3 from beyond the arc and shutting down anyone who doubted her ability to deliver in big moments. The Mercury defense seemed caught off guard, unable to stop her crisp movement or contest her quick release. Every time Phoenix looked ready to take charge, McDonald knocked down another 3. That momentum. It wasn't just keeping the Fever in the game, it was shifting the energy entirely, and the timing couldn't have been better. McDonald's been inconsistent in recent outings, but on this night, she didn't hesitate. Whether it was weaving through defenders or spotting up from outside, she played with a confidence that Phoenix couldn't disrupt. It left the Mercury scrambling, while Fever fans got louder with every bucket. Commentators couldn't hold back, calling her performance absolutely bananas, and they weren't wrong. By halftime, the Mercury knew they had a problem, and the Fever were feeding off her show. Then came the fourth quarter. If McDonald kept the Fever afloat, Aliyah Boston decided to drop the hammer. In 4 minutes, just 4, Boston threw down 14 points that pulled the rug right out from Phoenix. The way she attacked the paint and sealed the Mercury players under the basket looked effortless. She wasn't waiting for the game to come to her. She took over, plain and simple. Every drive to the basket came with purpose, as if she sensed the moment was hers to own. The commentator labelled it a heater, and that's exactly what it was. Boston stepping up under pressure and refusing to let the game slip away. With McDonald finishing the night at 27 points and Boston adding a double-double of 22 points and 12 rebounds. This wasn't just a win, it was a message. These two didn't just lead their team, they showed why they are the centerpiece of the Fever's future. Now the real question, how does a win like this carry over in their next matchup against the Wings? The Fever didn't just win, they sent a message. Overcoming booing fans, controversial calls, and a fired-up Mercury squad, they proved they can thrive under pressure. Aari McDonald's career night set the tone, and Aliyah Boston's fourth quarter takeover sealed the deal. This wasn't just about points, it was about resilience and grit. And now, things only get more exciting. Their next game against the Dallas Wings is another chance to keep showing what they're capable of. Will this momentum carry forward? The season's only heating up, and it feels like the Fever's story is just getting started. Stay tuned.